Welcome to Wake STEM Early College High School 2020 graduation. Today, we honor 51 students who have worked hard to earn their diplomas and who have anticipated this moment for years. A graduation ceremony is a special occasion, a time of celebration, of contemplation, and wondering what the journey from this point forward will look like. This day is about you and what you've achieved through hard work, determination, and creativity. This is a time to imagine what your future will be in an ever-changing world. As you take your next steps, I hope you will look back at your years at Wake STEM with affection and realize the role our school will play as you move forward. You will always have a home here, and we look forward to hearing about your personal and professional successes. You will make a difference. We want to thank our families who have nurtured and guided this special group of graduates. Thank you for entrusting us with your most precious gifts. We also want to acknowledge the work of our faculty and staff members, both at Wake STEM and at NC State, who have educated, challenged, counseled, advised, and encouraged you through these high school years. And of course, thanks to our graduates for showing up each day, trusting what we tell them, and working so hard to be so successful. Again, this day and this celebration are about you. Congratulations to the Wake STEM Early College High School class of 2020.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This I believe. In me lie the hopes of my family and my community. Through me, the future will be born. I can achieve anything I set my mind to if I combine my resources with uncompromising effort. In order to be successful, I must live our code of respect. I'm reaching beyond limits to achieve my dreams, even those not yet imagined. I embrace the future with strength and hope. I will be intellectually and emotionally equipped to solve the challenges of my world. I am responsible for enriching myself, my family, and my community. I believe in my school and its staff. I believe in my classmates. I believe in myself.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to the families, friends, supporters, staff, and guests of the class of 2020. But more importantly, welcome to the Wake STEM Early College High School graduating class of 2020. We welcome you today to your graduation. Every year at this time, I have the opportunity to reflect on my high school graduation. I don't remember the speeches. I don't even remember walking across the stage. My memories aren't the best of what my high school graduation was, but I do remember it was a time to celebrate. And it was a time that everyone after me would have to celebrate my high school graduation. It was the one day out of the high school that became all about me. And this today, your graduation is all about you. Today, this ceremony called graduation is a time to celebrate you as a comprehensive group and you as individuals. The Wake STEM class of 2020 deserves to be celebrated. And here's some of the reasons why. There are 51 of you who are graduating today. 51 of you that have earned over $3.5 million in scholarships, consisting of 2 Ivy League college acceptances, 2 Levine Scholars at UNC Charlotte, 1 Goodnight Scholar at NC State, 1 Teaching Fellow at NC State, and 2 students who got athletic scholarships, 1 at Guilford College and 1 at Meredith College. As a unit, you as a class deserve to be celebrated. That does not even mention the hundreds and hundreds of college courses that you have all passed and the credits you have earned at North Carolina State University, along with your high school diplomas. So class of 2020, today is all about you. And we want to make it about you so you can remember that. But things have changed. When you started thinking of a high school graduation, when you were younger, you always thought, oh, I'm going to walk across the stage, I'm going to be with my high school, I'm going to get to graduate, and you were ready to go. Times have changed and plans have changed. But you all know that the best laid plans don't always come to fruition. When you were young, you learned how to write. And part of the writing process was to create a plan. Then you wrote from the plan. Oftentimes you turned that paper in. When it came back, apparently your plan wasn't the best. At Wake STEM, you learned all about the engineering design process, and you had to come up with a plan to solve the grand challenges of engineering. 3 steps later, you had to improve on the plan. So that best laid plan wasn't the best, because there's always a way to improve. Well, today's graduation is no different. You had those plans, your families made plans, they planned these trips, they planned these dinners, and plans didn't come as they planned. Those best laid plans didn't come to fruition. But today, graduation and the reason for graduation, the reason there is a graduation, stays the same. Today, graduation makes the day all about you. And I can only hope that when you celebrate today, you celebrate yourself. You celebrate your learning. You celebrate the struggles you've made it through. You celebrate your awards. You celebrate everything that makes you you as you now become a young adult. Make today all about you, because that's what it's meant for. The big thing about high school graduation is you are now entering young adulthood, where the artists are going to become artists, where the scientists and medicine people are going to go into their own specialty areas. Engineers, you are going to take off, and you are now going to start making decisions for yourselves. All that you have planned for, you are now able to take those steps, and that's what graduation signifies. So students, make today all about you. That's what we want. That's what today is for. I want to thank you for letting me be a part of this, for asking me to be a part of today and the past 4 and 5 years of your lives. You truly deserve to be celebrated. So here's a celebration for the Wake STEM class of 2020. As a Wake STEM class of 2020, you've also asked 2 of your classmates to speak on your behalf. Again, today is all about you. So I bring to the stage after me, Christiana Akinyemi and Anna Ratana Frooks, who will be presenting for you because of you. They represent you. So staff and students, here are your 2 speakers from the class of 2020.
Change. The word can mean a million different things to a million different people, but at its core, it is a transition from one path to another in the labyrinth that we call life. It is a door that lies at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the path that we are currently on. Change allows the evolution of you. It allows for you to go through a metamorphosis, to shed your old skin and become a better, bigger, and brighter version of yourself. But it's always been amazing to me how much a 6-letter word can elicit an uproar of emotions from people. Whether it be fear, panic, anger, or excitement, change is never something that someone freely embraces. Change is hard, change is scary, change means letting go of the known and embracing the unknown. 5 years ago, I remember sitting in the computer chair in my living room arguing with my mother because I did not understand why she wanted me to apply to STEM. In my 13-year-old brain, I did not understand why she would make me do something that could potentially mean letting go of the friends that I thought I had finally made and letting go of the community that I felt like I was finally fitting into after moving to the United States at the age of 9. I remember when I did find out about getting into STEM, I remember crying. I remember the turmoil that I felt about not having to find a new group of friends, a new community, and a new family to fit into. I did not see this change as a good thing. I saw it as the worst possible thing that could have happened to me. But through this change, I found a bit bigger, better, and brighter community. I found lifelong friendships. I found a community that embraced me as a person that I am. I found a community that pushed me to be better and supported me to be better and offered me opportunities that I could have never imagined. I found a community that fell and got lost but always found a way to get back up together. We as the STEM family have grown and morphed into a better, bigger, and brighter version of ourselves. We have crowded into the Wolf Fund to get our NCSO IDs. We are presenting the Million Water Project. We have held internship positions at big companies. We have shared meals in Hillsborough Street. We have wrapped the periodic table at the talent show. We have enjoyed sharing a picnic together at the end of each year. And we're supposed to be celebrating our class of 2020 together. We are currently experiencing a change in all of our lives that is hard to embrace and appreciate. This change might not be wanted, and we might not see how we could possibly become a better, bigger, and brighter version of ourselves from going through this experience. But take this moment to remember and appreciate the many changes that have occurred for you to be where you are today. Take a chance to remember and appreciate the magic of the journey that has made you into the better, bigger, and brighter person that you are today. And as you get ready to step through your next door of change, please remember that change might be scary, it might be messy, and it might be hard, but the beautiful butterfly that you become in the end is what makes it all worth it. Thank you, and congratulations to the Wake STEM class of 2020. We did it.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna, and it's an honor to speak to you today. Thank you for choosing me to represent your class. Let's hope you don't regret it. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you all for being here today. Thank you to my parents, other fellow parents, siblings, grandparents, family, friends, teachers, and mentors for joining us today. Thank you for supporting us all these years and for celebrating with us today. With recent events taking over the world, it's been a tumultuous time, a challenging time, a time of loss, grief, change, and growth. I thought perhaps I could give you a little pick-me-up as we face this new chapter. I'd like to start off with a quote from the esteemed group of artists and philosophers from the 80s, Jefferson Starship. As quoted in one of their songs, "Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now." I could keep going, but I digress. I realize I probably shouldn't be using the phrase "nothing's gonna" at an educational ceremony. My apologies, Miss Bailey. But that's my theme for today. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Congratulations, Wake STEM class of 2020. It's true. It's real. You've made it. You have faced the long road. In fact, you faced an entire pandemic. You've made it this far, and nothing's gonna stop us now. Even if you are tuning me out and don't have fond memories of high school, I hope you know that this is truly something to be proud of. You are not just graduating from any school. Let me remind you, you're graduating from Wake STEM Early College High School, a school with national recognition, and according to U.S. News & World Report, a school listed as top 5 in North Carolina and second best in the Raleigh area. You are graduating from one of the best schools in the nation. Not only that, but you have survived and succeeded through the brutal amount of group projects, web assigns, grade-level projects, and APUSH quizzes. That is certainly an accomplishment that deserves to be celebrated. Now, in case you forgot, our school motto is preparing tomorrow's problem solvers. Although you may not believe it, you are indeed tomorrow's problem solvers. Perhaps not in the way you imagine, because not all of us aspire to be engineers and doctors, but in other ways. For instance, during my time at Wake STEM, I learned how to solve one of my biggest problems, lack of sleep. I solved this by catching 5-minute naps in class. Thank you to my classmates and teachers for waking me up. But really, Wake STEM has equipped you with problem-solving skills you might not have realized you have. You've learned how to communicate, how to face and overcome challenges, how to deal with fear, how to push through a situation even when every second of it made you want to cry. These are your experiences and your skills. They are your tool set as you get ready to pursue this next journey. I know it's cliche, but remember, we can build this dream together, standing strong forever, and nothing is going to stop us now. Well, yes, you will encounter obstacles and things that may stop you. But as you face the challenge of life, remember that you are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. Look at how far you've come. Nothing can stop you from this, and nothing can stop you from your choice and resilience to pursue life. Throughout my time in high school, I've had the awesome opportunity to meet people at various conventions and competitions. Whenever these events would end, we knew we wouldn't see each other again, so we would tell each other, good luck with life. We would say silly things like, may you get a good job with good break room snacks. May you meet your soulmate. May you have good-looking kids. And may you fulfill your dreams. I'd like to say that to you all today. Good luck with your lives. May you enjoy these next few years after high school. May you live long and healthy. And may you let nothing stop you now. And finally, I'd like to end with a quote from my all-time favorite professor, Albus Dumbledore. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. So choose to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Choose to think brightly of your future. Choose to be grateful. Choose to dream big. Choose to live your life with purpose. And choose to let nothing stop you now.
At this time, I hereby certify to the Wake County Board of Education that the seniors before us have met all state and local graduation requirements. We will now begin the presentation of diplomas to the class of 2020.
Christiana Bolanle Akinyemi. Hala Jafar Al-Amin Ballard. Chesney James Anderson. Joseph Robert Appel. Sarah Asfari. Addison Page Avery. Taha Salim Bukhari. Jessica Renee Bring. Jeremy David Brinkworth. Jackson Taylor Brooks. Alyssa Nicole Byram. Jasmine Pradeep Chauhan. Jillian Marion Clark. Hava Rose Collins. Carson Reeves Cope. Sophia Kiona Cornish. Sarah McKenna Estridge. Jamin Tyler Flores. Jackson Dean Goodwin. Caitlin Francis Gosline. Aiden Christian Hedges. Bryn Olivia Hosey. Lena Grace Hosey. Brianna Erin Otram Ennis. Yazan Abdallah Khattab. Laura Lee Langer. Lucas Min An Lee. Alexandria Jade Lisco. Nikiel Tejumade Lower. James Daniel Martinez. Jaden Kai Madison. Deshaun Antonio Isaias McNeil. Nisa Prances Ami Indibongo. Cameron Dylan Nowak. Anna Leslie Ratanapruk. Nicholas Thomas Sachs. Shelby Sanchez Herrera. Diego Andre Sadia. Jared Ryan Schneider. Marley Rain Schneider. Kayla Renee Skinner. Jose Ignacio Solis. Trinity Stone Stryer. Ethan Christopher Suber. Daniel Ray Trevette. Omar Michael White. Wellington Rob Whitman. Caleb Christopher Williams. Shania Williams. Annabelle Vanston Zeb.
Hello, I am Kathy Moore, Superintendent of the Wake County Public School System. It is with great honor and yet dismay that I bring you greetings as a part of this virtual celebration. More than anything, I know that you want to see each other, to congratulate and celebrate together. Graduations are a time to cry and hug while we celebrate. I personally enjoy seeing those smiles of deep personal satisfaction. But of course, this is not possible. And while the superintendent does not usually speak at graduations, I do want to offer my sincerest congratulations and a few brief thoughts about the months and years ahead. I want you to know that despite the effects of COVID-19, this coronavirus will not define the class of 2020. The class of 2020 had already defined itself in the classroom, on playing fields, and in countless expressions of art. It defined itself by its caring and compassionate support of others in the community. I am sure that many of you can see the irony of this moment in time. As graduating seniors, you realize COVID-19 is not only a common adversity that brings us together, it also highlights the differences among us. This has allowed you to learn a lesson unlike any other graduating class, a lesson about the value and power of empathy, compassion, and grace. You have no doubt been the recipient and the benefactor of these acts of kindness. I ask that you remember these lessons. They will serve you a lifetime. They will make you a better person. They will help distinguish you, the class of 2020, in ways that can truly change our world. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
At this time, I would like to invite all graduating students to join me in the turning of the tassels. By the authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Wake County Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of Wake STEM Early College High School. Class of 2020, turn your tassels. Congratulations.